Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, I'm getting you an update to the Micro City build progress. We are into the residential area, so very excited to show you guys the progress here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, before I do, just want to warn you guys, I have not cleaned up anything. Usually I try to tidy up a little bit before I make an update, but I'm not doing it this time. It's just too chaotic, and I know where everything is at the moment, even though it looks like a jumbled mess, which it kind of is. I even have Lego here on the floor for my last order. It's just easier. I just throw it down there and organize it. And I'm stepping on pieces constantly down here on the floor. And I'm like, I'm not going to clean it up until I'm done with this project. So what I've done, you're going to notice, is that I've taken off the other 3 sections and just working on this section only on the table. Kind of gives me a little bit more room to work with. So yeah, the other sections right here, these are the 3 sections. These 2 should look familiar to you. That's the first one I did. This is the downtown area minus the buildings. You can kind of see the train track. I think I added that since last time. Hopefully my orientation of the phone or the camera didn't switch on you guys. And then we have this. This is the last and final canvas that we'll work on. This is a smaller section. And in my mind, it's supposed to be the easiest because it's supposed to be the rural area. But what I'm finding out is that it's not necessarily easier. It's just different. Like that. After I built all the downtown area and the buildings, I had fun with those. It was a blast. But when I started the residential area, man, it was a completely different approach with this. So that being said, let's go ahead and show you guys what I did first here. I did the train tracks. Decided to do the continuity of the railroad from the train station. So that goes through here. I had those 2 lines, and then we do have a train right here. And the train, I decided to kind of have some separation, like there's a coupling between each carriage. So hopefully that works out. It's a little wobbly, but I don't know. I could have connected them and maybe that would be fine, but I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think looks better, but I kind of like that approach at the moment, so that's what I'm going with. All right, so the first thing I did here, well, after the train track, of course, was the high school. So this is Smarty High School, and it's good. I'm happy with it. Mindy seems to like it a lot. And I like the little drive-through here with all the covered entrance, and there's several other entrances as well, and I think there's some on the side here too. Now, with the high school, I had to make my biggest sacrifice so far, and that was my football stadium. So every high school has like a big football field, and I had a huge, it was like bigger than this, like, well, longer than it. And I had this, it had it all figured out. It was going to look awesome. It was going to be like embedded in the plates around it. It was going to look so good with grandstands and everything, but it's just too big. And well, the client does want a park. They don't want a football field or stadium. So that was my toughest decision. I'm like, oh man, it's not going to work. I was trying to make it work somewhere else, but it just took up too much space, So anyway, that's that. But yeah, we have that section up there that's still under construction. But yeah, I'm happy with how the school started or ended up there in the end. But then I went to this right here. So these are small apartments. We'll do a duplex and a triplex, 3 units, and it looks like I'm missing a part of the roof there. Whatever. And these are okay. I like them. They work out pretty well. Mindy, my wife, told me, well, she had a little concern because there's a lot of black, but that was right after I just put them down. But after she had that concern, I've been putting down, cars and different trees and green area that kind of help it, pop a little bit. And I'll continue to do that, add more stuff and color to make it look like it's not so dark and black and boring, So that's those are the duplexes apartments off of the main road. Then we go back into the neighborhood. Now, the neighborhood, man, this was a challenge. I had some houses built, and it was not going well, guys. They were so hideous. And because I didn't have the right pieces. What I found out, what I was trying to do, as I was building them like this, like I didn't have any plates to kind of separate each floor, and they were just too big. Like this one right here, it looks good, but it's big. So when I was putting it down, it just looked too tall next to the school. I'm like, I don't like that. So what I decided to do is make a new Lego order to get a lot of plates for the various colors of the houses that I wanted here, so I can create that separation between each floor and the roof. And that's what you need to do to kind of help that. If you wanted to have like roof, or not roof, but the windows stacked like this, you need that separation, or else it's not going to work. And I just derailed my train. Ooh, Here we go. So I want to give credit to a YouTuber. I think his name is Brick Design. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below, because he bailed me out. He gave me some excellent ideas on a few different designs, and there's several houses like this one and this one and this one and this one and this one are all very similar designs to what he put in a really cool video. It's actually a few years back, but I took that design from those three and kind of made some of my own modifications to them and used them throughout this so far. So huge thanks to him for that help and inspiration, because I was struggling. And so yeah, we've been able to break through that a little bit. So now my challenge is getting kind of the landscaping figured out, and I'm struggling because I don't know. I would love to do fences, but the size of the yards is kind of in question. So what I ended up doing was I used a lot of these pine trees for separation and privacy between all of these houses. And I put a swimming pool behind this one. I thought that was a good one to have for a swimming pool at. And yeah, so that being the case, I moved on over here to this road, and the park was going to be right here, but I'm having trouble with the space of it all again because it's very narrow and I don't like that. So that's my next challenge, is trying to figure out how do I get the spacing done to make sure there's enough space for a good park, right? Because what I was trying to do here is create a good line, even though there's not going to be much of a backyard between these two. I want to create like a nice little picket fence through here. I thought that'd be kind of a nice approach, even though there's not much of a backyard. Because there's some neighborhoods that have houses that have huge yards, and there's houses that are huge and have no yard, you know. So I'm trying to find a balance with that. But you guys can tell me if I accomplished it here, right? And yes, this house right here is kind of an outlier. That's my own design. That's why it looks so bad. It's kind of like the Simpsons house, isn't it? Doesn't it? Kind of looks like it a little bit. But anyway. But no, I'll be able to kind of put some more area up here, a few more houses, hopefully. And then that'll be it. This will be done. So I'll do another update on this when I get to that point, and then we'll be able to start attacking this final section here, which will have a few small businesses on it, but mostly rural area, so farmland. I'm really excited about that one. That's going to be a fun and unique challenge. But I should have all I need. There's a small order coming from Billings still that I'm really anxious about getting, because it finishes up a few details on that section over there. But I need to get this thing done no later than this end of this month, guys. That's where I'm at with that. So I can get this delivered to the client, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this thing in brick slopes yet or not. They're trying to figure that out with somebody there at Smarty. So hopefully it all works out. But that's the update for now, guys. Let me know what you guys think of all of this stuff. Are we doing it right? Hopefully we are. Again, this is new territory. It's a fun challenge. I'm having a good time with this. I'm learning a lot. And as I put this thing together, and I really hope that they like the end product when we finally get there. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.